Hi gang, Rob here. It is the afternoon of 19 October 2020. It is a 50-degree, gloomy, cloudy fall afternoon in Northeast Indiana. Yeah. I know it seems like most of the time when I come on from one of these in the car videos, I just have great weather to report. Not today. It's kind of proof that we are in the Midwest. We have 4 seasons here, and fall is upon us. I'm coming on today to give you guys an update. I was kind of going to wait till resolution happened, but I feel compelled to give you guys an update on the Yema Superman Heritage 63 debacle. So those of you who watch my watch content will remember that I did kind of a scathing review of this watch a couple weeks ago, I guess. Not because it isn't beautiful, because it is beautiful. Not because it isn't well finished and stunning, and not because it doesn't have a great movement, because it does, but it had some glaring and what should have been embarrassing quality problems right out of the box. It had no water resistance, and the 12 o'clock marker fell out of the index within the first hour of ownership. And I gave you guys an account of how abysmal Yema's response was to that problem. After posting the review video, either the same night or the morning after, I jumped on Yema's website and gave them a link to the video I promised I would do if they didn't make the situation right. And the woman who was manning the chat line and responded gave me kind of a disappointing response. It was kind of a canned assurance that my claim had been forwarded to the person who handles their warranty issues. And I kind of chuckled and thought, well, that's interesting. Then the next day, I got an email from Nicholas, my first contact on the Yema chat line, and he apologized strenuously for the way it had been handled, and he also sent me a screenshot of a return authorization that was sent, or appeared to have been sent, about a week after my initial contact, after noticing the problem with the watch. I never received that return authorization. I checked my trash files, my spam files, everywhere. It never got to me. So it is possible, maybe probable, that Yema did respond in a timely fashion. Although, I gotta say, my communications, my ongoing communications over that month with people in their chat function in the marketing arm of Yema, had no idea that had ever been sent to me. So I kept getting the same non-response. So there was nothing in my ongoing communications that indicated a return authorization had been sent. So I responded to Nicholas's email by telling him I never got the authorization, and I said, I'm grateful that Yema is, at this point, making an effort to make this good. And I said, there are really two ways I'd like to resolve this. Either A, send me a new watch, or B, give me a refund. And I even indicated at this point, after my experience with this watch and with Yema, I was kind of leaning toward the refund option as my preferred option because, frankly, I'm a little skeptical that a replacement watch is going to have 300 meters of water resistance, given the fact this one has 0. But Yema reviewed my proposal and they decided that they would ship me a new watch. In fact, I got a phone call. I think the next business day, a weekend might have intervened, but I got a phone call from France, which I answered, and it was a very nice lady named Diane with Yema. Apparently, an office or a division within Yema that was actually able to make these decisions and affect these resolutions. And she told me that they would be shipping a new replacement watch the next day, because it was very late in the day by the time we talked French time, and that she would send me another return authorization mailing label or DHL label for the watch I had in my possession to go back. So I got the return authorization email with the return label, and I got another email indicating there had been an update in my case, and I assumed that meant they were shipping a watch. And as I was waiting for it to show up, I got another phone call a few days later from Diane apologizing in an appropriate fashion because the Heritage 63 was now sold out in the size that I ordered. They had a 41, but she noticed that that was not the size I had, nor was it the size I wanted. So she has put my name on the first new production Superman Heritage that comes in. Kind of a bad situation, and I don't hold Yema responsible at this point that the last run of this watch had gone out of stock by the time the resolution happened. So I looked up their website today, and it looks like that the next batch won't ship until mid-December. So I wanted to come on and give you guys this update, and I will link this video to the original review video so that it's apparent that a resolution is in progress. And I will definitely close the loop when I get the new watch, and I'm definitely going to have it pressure tested to make sure it's indeed water resistant. And I hope a month or so, oh gosh, 2 months from now, I'll be able to give you guys a good report on the resolution of this problem. And I hope to have some communication with Yema in the intervening weeks so that I can tell you how they've put procedures in place to make sure the next person who buys a $1,200 watch that has an issue with it doesn't go through the nightmare that I've had to go through. Also, I am occasionally wearing this watch lovingly. I don't want to send back a scratched up piece of garbage, but I'm going to hang on to it till I have the new one because I sure do like it. I like the way it looks on my wrist, and I hope I'll have a better emotional connection with the watch and the brand after all this is over. I gotta say, the Sellita SW200-1 movement is keeping excellent time, and man, it just catches the eye when on wrist when I look at it. Although the minute track is a little odd, you only have the 2, 3, 7, 8 markers on the dial. It's really easy to tell what time it is the way the large every 5-minute indices are shaped. It's pretty cool. And I love the bracelet, even though it's it's probably not constructed comparably to other $1,000 to $1,500 watches. It's just it drapes well. The taper is excellent, and it's super comfortable on the wrist. I like to wear my watches a little snug, and because of the taper, Still gives great mobility. It never binds. It's a really cool watch. And I hope this company is getting better. I know that over the last few weeks, Yema has launched at least one Kickstarter program for their new movement and maybe a watch model or two. Still at this point, it's just concerning to me that a brand with 72 years of heritage, albeit under fairly recent ownership structure, um, has to use Kickstarter. That would indicate to me that there are some cash flow issues at Yema. I'd love to be one of those people who have a little bit of social media influence who could help them get past that and become a robust and viable brand. I hope that day still comes because they really have some cool stuff. I just hope its performance and the company's performance live up to the design language of these beautiful timepieces. That's it for now. I will keep you posted. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp, and God and my Yema Superman Heritage 63 are right on time. Have a great evening.